22, the Lewis Brown Athletic Center.
Who's back? Who's the super guys back there? Number 8.
Glens Falls has won the toss and has elected to receive, so the Indians will put it in play first on offense. Rob Galuccio, the fine Hudson kicker, will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line, and we're set to go, John.
Oh, Tim, it's so exciting. It's a nice, beautiful, crisp day, and a big crowd up here for Hudson. They're all fired up, and I'm fired up also.
Who wouldn't be at this point? The Section 2 Class B football championship, the Hudson High Blue Hawks and the Glens Falls Indians, both 9-0, both ranked in the top 10 in the state Class B poll, with a berth in the New York State Regionals on the line here. As the crowd gets into it, Galuccio approaches the football and puts his toe into it. Low line drive kick coming down to one of the up men for Glens Falls at about the 25-yard line. He'll take it up to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Indians will put it in play. 1st and 10.
Beautiful tackle by Nate Nicholson coming down. He weaved in and out unblocked, and just a nice start with a beautiful cream crisp tackle.
1st and 10 Indians from the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line. Junior quarterback Nick Taylor up under center, joined by the 3 backs in that power I set. And the give goes up the middle to the fullback, Richards, on 1st down. He'll get maybe a couple of yards to the 33.
Great job there by Nicholson, shaking the offensive tackle and making a nice play.
Second down and 7. Luke Nicholson on the stop of Kevin Richards after a 3-yard pickup. Kevin Richards joined in the backfield by Patrick O'Brien, the speedster, and Dan Gerard. And it's going to be O'Brien off tackle, getting forward progress across the 35, and then driven back after he got up to about the 37.
It looked like Frankie Rogers in and pushing the running back, and now it leads us to about a 3rd and 3, Tim.
It's actually Dan Gerard on that 3-yard pickup, busting off tackles for the 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 3 situation. I set in the backfield as Taylor rolls out looking to throw, has a man out there, and it's going to be complete. No, incomplete now. They say it was out of bounds. Receiver over on the far side, John Naylor, caught the ball, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. Is one of the best kickers in Section 2, back to receive the punt snap, and it's a good snap, and a low end over end kick coming down at about the 35-yard line, scooped up at the 28-yard line by Rashad Barksdale, gets past one tackler and another still on his feet as he fights forward toward near the 40-yard line, and the Blue Hawks will have it 1st and 10 with great field position.
Rashad showing there that he's not only fast but also very strong, shaking a few of the tackles.
Hudson 39-yard line. The line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 Blue Hawks. Center Rick Ohl over the football there. Tyler Kreutzmann, senior signal caller, up under Ohl now, barking out the signals. Deuce backfield, a handoff goes to Collins on 1st down. He'll squirt across the 40 to the 42.
Nice blocking by the offensive line, and Collins, running the ball hard up the middle.
2nd down, 6. Blue Hawks with the football, their first offensive series of the afternoon. From the 42, handoff this time again goes to Collins, and Collins will get to the 45 and no more, 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, it's leaving us with a 3rd and 3, Tim. A big play here early in the game for Hudson.
3rd and 3. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line of Hudson. Tandem in the backfield, and what a tandem. Barksdale and Collins. Play action fake, Kreutzmann to throw, has a man open out there on the far side. It was Rashad Barksdale, but the pass a little behind Rashad and low, incomplete, so Hudson will have to kick it away.
Yeah, both teams, Tim, you can tell a little bit nervous trying to convert on passes on 3rd downs.
Rashad Barksdale back to receive the punt snap. High snap, he pulls it down, drops it, gets a low kick off, it's partially blocked, and still rolling around out near the 30-yard line, and that's where Glens Falls will put it in play for their 2nd offensive series of the afternoon. Big break on the bad punt snap.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Tim. Big break for Glens Falls, and now we have to see the Hudson defense really knuckle down and try to stop Glens Falls here.
Indians with the ball, 1st and 10 in Hudson territory for the first time this afternoon, early on in the 1st quarter. Their 2nd offensive series of the afternoon, 33-yard line. Here's Taylor looking to throw, being chased by Kastner, and Kastner's going to catch him.
Nate Kastner, beautiful play. He leads the Section 2 in sacks, and I believe that's his 11th of the year.
So Kasner's 11th sack of the season, which, as you mentioned, John, leads Section 2, results in a loss of 3 yards back to the 36-yard line. Dan Gerard splitting wide out now into the slot on the left side, joined out there by John Naylor. I tandem in the backfield is Richards and Patrick O'Brien. Had a brief moment there while the officials sorted things out. Now we're ready for action once again. 2nd down and 13. Taylor takes from center and gives up the middle to O'Brien. Has some running room, cuts it outside, almost broke it, but he won't go down. Over on the far side, Rashad Barksdale bulldogging down the tough kid from Glens Falls, Patrick O'Brien.
Yeah, very tough. Glens Falls showing that they also have some good running backs, and we're not the only one with speed and power.
O'Brien with a 23-yard run on a 2nd and 13 play sets up Glens Falls at the Hudson 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Taylor with a handoff to Richards up the middle. Not much there, maybe a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job by Hudson's defensive line. You know, they've been playing well all year, and this game they're really fired up, and that's a big play by Kisselbrack.
2nd down 9 for the Glens Falls Indians, 9-0, champions of the Foothills Council. They defeated a very fine Lansingburg team last week to get to this level. Here's O'Brien again. Not much that time. Maybe got to the 10-yard line before he was stacked up by Pat Knoll.
Yeah, Knoll and Nicholson, again, you know, making a nice tackle. This is very important. You know, both teams trying to gather the momentum early in the game.
7:22 to go, 1st quarter. No score from Colony High School. 3rd down now and 7 for the Glens Falls Indians from the 10. Here's Taylor on the option keep, trying to get outside, but tracked down, loses the football, but it goes out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Barksdale with the play.
Tim, that hole looked like it was wide open from here, but the speed of Rashad Barksdale coming up made a beautiful tackle.
So now it's 4th down and about 4. John, looks like they're going to go for the field goal with Parsons.
Yeah, we heard that they had the best kicker in Section 2, and we're going to find out right now to see if the Glens Falls can take the lead.
We understand Parsons is one of the best kickers, as we mentioned. He's good from about 35 yards and beyond. The ball rests at the Hudson 7-yard line. It's 4th and about 4 to go. Parsons will put his foot into it at about the 14-yard line, so a 24-yarder here.
Yeah, 24-yard kick is unusual, at least for us to see anybody trying to field goal from this distance, even in Section 2, but they really have a fine kicker.
Out of the hold of Naylor, plenty of distance, but it sails wide left. So Hudson dodges a bullet, and the score remains 0-0 on the missed 24-yard field goal attempt by Parsons. So Hudson will have it now 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line after dodging that bullet. The Blue Hawks with their 2nd offensive series of the afternoon. Let's see if they can do something with it this time. Here's Collins with a handoff, circling outside, trying to get some running room. Gets up to about the 23 and nothing more.
Yeah, Glens Falls defense is hanging in there. You know, they know that Hudson's going to pound the ball at them, and they're doing a good job holding the backs intact right now.
We have yet to see Rashad Barksdale get a carry out of the backfield. Perhaps this is his time. 2nd down 7 for the Blue Hawks from their own 23-yard line. Some movement on the line now. Let's see if Hudson forced that defensive lineman to move from Glens Falls, or whether it was just Glens Falls moving on their own.
Tim, I think one of the offensive linemen from Hudson did jitter on that play, so I think it's going to be against Hudson.
Absolutely right. Illegal procedure the call. They'll step it off, 5-yard penalty back to the 18-yard line.
Well, you know who's getting this one, huh?
Pat Knoll now checks into the game as a fullback in front of Rashad Barksdale as Collins checks out. And here's the toss coming this way to Barksdale. Nowhere to go. Hemmed in, and he'll be driven back for a loss inside the 15-yard line. Haven't seen much of that all year.
Yeah, Tim, the defense from Glens Falls has really shown up big so far early in this game.
Barksdale lost 4 yards on the play back to the 14, but he's limping off the field now. Might have sprained something there.
Yeah, that's not good news for Hudson at all, because, you know, Rashad is a #1 punter in Section 2, kick returner, and a great running back.
Null and Collins in the backfield behind Kreitzman. On a delay, it's Collins with a handoff. He'll get across the 15-yard line and not much more, up to maybe the 16-yard line, where it'll bring up a 4th and long situation.
Yeah, so far, Tim, both teams look evenly matched. No one has gained control of the game yet, and it's really up in the air. And boy, I really thought going in that this game was going to be high scoring, but it's not looking like it now.
News is it's 4th and long for the Blue Hawks. Good news is Rashad is in there to punt.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, no more trouble on the snap. Rashad's got to get it out of the end zone. Luckily, he can't really run.
He did a good job to get the ball off again, but it's going to roll around out near the 20-yard line, and Glens Falls will fall on it at the 22, but there's dodging a bullet and that athleticism that allowed him to get the kick off.
Yeah, that's true. And Tim, I believe that ball was touched by Glens Falls, and I think it would have been loose. I think it would have been it was a fumble, a loose ball.
So Glens Falls with their second big break of the quarter. Let's see if they can cash in this time. 1st and 10 Indians from the 22-yard line. Taylor up under center, calling out the signals, gives to O'Brien off tackle, gets to the 20, maybe to the 18-yard line. That second effort gave him 2 extra yards.
Yeah, Tim, if Hudson can hold them right here, actually momentum would probably switch in their favor because the 2 big breaks going against Hudson. If they can hold them 0-0, it'd be great for Hudson.
O'Brien, the Indians' leading ground gainer with 945 yards coming into this contest, picking up 4 yards on first down. It's 2nd and 6 from the Hudson 18. Richards with the big, check that, it's O'Brien again with some nifty moves, and he'll take it in for the first score of the game.
Wow, great moves by O'Brien. He made a great cut back towards the middle of the field and scores the first touchdown of the game. You got to give him credit. Great play by Glens Falls.
4 minutes to go, first quarter. Glens Falls draws first blood, thanks in part to a couple of bad snaps from center on punt attempts. Parsons in to try the point after. It's up and splits the uprights good. 7-0 Glens Falls. John, we haven't seen Hudson make that many mistakes all season, especially on special teams, but 2 muffed snaps on punts really has cost them. Not the first one so much, but especially the second.
Yeah, it did cost them, but Tim, it's early in the game and it's only 7-0, so this team is really fired up and they're going to do a good job coming back. Short
kick taken by Brodowski. He returns it to the 36. Hudson will have it there, 1st and 10. Blue Hawks down 7-0. 3:52 to go, first quarter. Ball at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Barksdale both in there. Collins with a handoff, avoids a couple of tacklers, and he'll be dropped for another loss. This time back inside the 35 to the 34.
And Glens Falls really selling out for the run, and that's really a smart thing to do, against Hudson, because that's what we primarily do.
5-yard line.
Ball resting just inside the Hudson 35-yard line. 2nd and a long 12 for Hudson. As you mentioned, John, they haven't had that great passing attack all year, and they may be forced to go to the air sooner or later in this game. Here's Collins now getting outside, back up to the line of scrimmage, and stretches forward for maybe a 3-yard gain to the 37.
Yeah, they're doing a good job tackling right now, though. But Tim, when their backs do break one, they have the speed to take it the distance.
And Glens Falls has got to love this. Another 3rd and long situation facing the Blue Hawks from their own 37-yard line. Back split behind Kreitzman. Now we're getting a timeout on the field. And we'll see what the officials sort this one out. Timeout Hudson. As you can see right there, the Blue Hawks have a ways to go to pick up their first down of the ball game. Glens Falls Indians. But let's see what this is all about. It looks like they're bringing the ball back and making them punt it over again.
Yeah, Tim, rather than taking it 15 yards from the end of the play, I don't know if Kevin Bowes had a choice, but they're moving them back from where they punted it, and that's good for Hudson because they have 2 dynamic returners.
It may be good, but remember, Parsons has that great foot, and he may get off one of those boomers. We haven't really seen him get into one yet, but he's due. But we shall see. Kevin Richards, the up man, blocking for